Guys, welcome back. So today we are going to be talking about one-sided relationships and how to save yourself a world of disappointment by recognizing the signs off the bat. So many people get into relationships or they start forming relationships and not realizing that the relationship is extremely off balance, and they get involved with individuals who are either extremely selfish or extremely self-consumed. So one of the first signs to recognize when you are in a one-sided relationship is that you are giving and you are not receiving. And so understand that giving and receiving is you want to be giving in all aspects, right? So this person might be giving you in one way but not the other. Like maybe giving you their physical self but not maybe investing emotionally. An easy way to spot when you are in a one-sided relationship is when you are the pursuer and the person is not giving back. So you're the person who's always calling, you're the person who's always texting, and the person is either inconsistent or not reciprocating that attention and energy back to you. It's always busy, or they're claiming they're always working, or they're always with friends, and they're not making time for you to foster the relationship, and it's actually not growing. That's a clear indication that you are in a one-sided relationship. Any relationship that is meaningful to someone, the person will take the time to nurture the relationship and give their attention and time and put it back into the other person if that's truly what they wanted to do. So that's one big red flag to take notice of if you are in a one-sided relationship. Another sign that you will see if you are in a one-sided situation is if your person is treating you like an option instead of a priority. If their interest is in other places, if they're giving to other people, so you're investing in them and they're investing in others. If your time is monopolized by them, but then it's not given back, and they are spreading their time, their energy, and giving to other parties and other situations, and you will feel that. You will know when a person is not available. You will actually have that gut feeling. So trust your intuition. It will never lead you astray in situations of the sorts. So you're going to be wary of what you're putting your energy and attention into. And if you are a person that's only interested in being in a one-on-one relationship and your person of interest is not, and they're making that very clear, then you are in a one-sided relationship. You're in a one-sided situationship if that's your situation. And that's something to evaluate very, very, very closely. Another way to tell if you're in a one-sided situation is if you are surrounded by a person who is very manipulative. So manipulative people, they would love to try to tip the scales towards their favor. They're very selfish and they only think about their needs. And the way to tell if that is happening to you is if you're around an individual that's never clear, who speaks vaguely. When you ask them direct questions, they answer you in a very vague form. They're never clear. You have no idea where you stand with this person. Their communication is always off. They speak in circles and things of that sort. Those are very clear and direct signs that the person is interested in controlling you more than actually interested in you. So be wary of those type of individuals as well. Another very clear sign to know if you're in a one-sided relationship is if the person of interest is only interested in you for your body or in some sexual way. So if a person's always speaking to you in a sexual way, always coming towards you in sexual advances, or only wants to spend time with you to get some type of sexual time, then you clearly know that's what that person is interested in. They're not interested in building with you. They're not interested in growing with you. They're not interested in forming a healthy, balanced relationship with you. It's one-sided. They're only in it for their gain. They're only in it for their interest, what they can get out of the situation and what they can get out of you. So be very mindful of people of the sort. They would try to use you and they are opportunists. So another way to realize if you're in a one-sided relationship or situationship is if your person of interest is not willing to make commitments. And that's commitment in any form, fashion, or way. So, you know, you want to go to a family's gathering and they're not willing to commit, or they're not inviting you to their family gatherings, or when they're having their intimate time with their people around them, and they're not inviting you over, they're not inviting you to the gathering, they just make no commitments. You know, anytime you set up a date or time to spend time with this individual, they're constantly, you know, breaking the time, breaking the engagement, saying they can't make it, they're unavailable, something came up, they have to work. That's a clear indication that this person is just not making the effort and they're just not interested. You know, if a person is truly interested in you, they will move mountains and freaking earth to spend time with you. And that is true. We time with the people we want to spend time with. We make time for people we want to make time for. So if this individual that you are dealing with is not clearly doing that for you, once again, that's a one-sided situation. That's a one-sided relationship. Now, of course, there will be times that things do come up. We are human. And sometimes work and obligations that we have, responsibilities, do come first. So you got to be mindful and very discerning. So obviously, if it's happening here and there, it might not be such a big deal. But if this is a repeated offense and a repeated situation that keeps going on over and over and is literally on play like a record, then it's clear that this person is not interested in growing with you. So it's a one-sided situation. So of course, if a person is inconsistent, and that's inconsistent in the way they speak, inconsistent in the way they're treating you, inconsistent with plans that you make, you know, like I said, canceling plans, not showing up. If a person is inconsistent, period, you are in a one-sided relationship. This person's only in it for their gain, only in it for what they can get out of you and get out of the situation. Maybe they spend time with you when it's convenient for them. Maybe they spend time with you when whoever they're interested is not around. Maybe they're spending time with you because they literally just got out of a relationship and, you know, you are their ego boost. A lot of people do that. So be wary of that. People do use others for the ego and the feeling that it gives them. Some people just like the thrill of the chase. Some people like the idea of seeing how far they can get with you before you put up those boundaries and saying, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to play this game. So always be mindful of that, you know. Be weary of people who are not giving. And the way to be very discerning about that is to look at people's actions. So I always tell people this, you know, people will tell you what they want you to believe. People will tell you what they want you to know. But if you really want to know what a person is all about, and if they are a good person for you, and if they are true to their word, study and observe their actions. It's all about actions and patterns and their behaviors. Anybody can tell you anything, right? I can sell you anything. I can be a salesperson and put on my sales hat and portray myself how I want you to see me, which a lot of people do in relationships when you first get started with them. I call it the representative. We put on our representatives. We put on our best foot forward. We are the perfect person. We don't get angry. We don't do this. We don't do that. And then, of course, a couple of months into the relationship, true colors start surfacing. One way to really get to see who you are truly dealing with is to observe patterns, to observe actions, okay? One thing that will never lead you astray is if a person is of their words are going to match their actions. If a person is not who they're saying and they're pretending to be something else, or they're lying to you or hiding something from you, that will surface in the fact that their words do not match their actions. And you're going to start realizing that. So be aware of that. Don't make excuses for people. When you see this behavior, call it out. Say, hey, you said you were going to do this, or you said this and now you're doing that. Like, what's the deal? And then really listen. I mean, really listen to their explanation and make sure that that explanation is making sense. So, you know, 1 + 1 does not equal 6. So if what they're coming up with is not sitting well with you, is not making sense, then there is something up. And you know what? You don't have to spend your time figuring it out. That's wasted energy. The minute that you start figuring out that someone is not who they're saying they are, just disengage. Just disengage. That's the best thing you can do for oneself. You have to understand that you need to value and love yourself. You come first, especially for us women. Women really need to start nurturing and loving themselves and understanding their value. As women, we are we're quick to forgive. We are quick to make excuses of why an individual is acting the way they are, and we want to understand and we want to be empathetic, and sometimes you just have to say, I'm wiping my hands of this is not my issue. And if you can't do and be who you say you are going to be, and you can't give me what I want and what I deserve, then I'm not going to keep on giving into the situation. I'm not going to keep giving you my energy. I'm not going to keep giving you my time. I'm not going to keep on giving you my understanding, and you for sure should not be giving that person your body, okay? So understand that respect is earned, okay? I'm not saying be disrespectful to anyone. Always treat people with respect, but let them earn your respect. Let them earn and show you who they truly are before you start giving into situations and giving a little bit too much, and then you wind up disappointed when you find out at the end who this person truly is. So be mindful of those one-sided relationships, those one-sided situations, because you will wind up losing at the end. And you're the one who's going to be left picking up the pieces. And since it is one-sided, this individual might not even care. So be wary of that. Be very wary of what you're putting your energy into. Only put your energy and attention towards individuals that are looking to reciprocate and be reciprocal with you. You want something that is balanced. You want something that is healthy. You want someone who's going to be nurturing and respectful and loving and caring towards your feelings, towards you as an individual, and towards, basically everything they do, they're going to be considering you as well. If they're only considering themselves and their needs and everything is their way, or kind of, their way or the highway kind of deal, you're dealing with a selfish individual. Always be one-sided with them, because their primary focus is me, not us. It's me. And when you're in a dynamic that involves two people, you need to think of us. What's good for the both of us? What's good for us as a whole? Not for what's good for what's me. That's selfish. That's very egocentric, and usually your outcome is not going to be a good outcome. Another one-sided situation is if you have a person who's just consumed with power. So they want to control you. They want to have everything, or they want control just in general. They want everything their way. They're not willing to compromise. They're not willing to see your perspective. They're not willing to sit down and have a conversation and hash things out. Or they're not willing to be truthful, or they're not willing to be honest, or they're not willing to even have discussions. Those are clear indications that you are in a one-sided situation. This person is trying to control you. They're trying to control the relationship. They're trying to control what you know, what you see. They're trying to control basically you moving forward. Clearly know you are in a one-sided situation is if the person, your person of interest, is married or they are in a commitment. So be very wary of that, obviously, right? Some people lie about their commitments and some people are very upfront. If they're very upfront, you should not be putting yourself in that position to begin with. Understand your worth, understand your value, understand that you are a person that deserves another person who's truly going to care and love them, who's truly only going to be committed to them, who's truly going to only invest in them. That is a situation that is fair, and that's a situation that is going to be balanced. Three-party situations are never balanced. You have a person that is in a commitment and is trying to pursue you, then you should be able to shut that down right away and understand that if that person's willing to do it for you, they'll be willing to do it to you as well. They're showing you their character, they're showing you their integrity, especially if they're sneaking around and lying and playing games. You are going to know already what this person is about, and do you really want to get yourself involved in situations of the sort. They only bring drama, they only bring confusion, and they only bring heartbreak. Value yourself to know that you are worth way more than that. So guys, know your worth. Know that you are more valuable than what these people are trying to project onto you. Understand that people play these games and use these tactics, and it's not about you. Never ever let another individual shake your security and make you feel as if you are not good enough. If someone is making you feel that way, that's a clear indication that they are not for you. When you are truly valued by someone, you will feel it. You will feel it, and you will be on cloud 9. That's what relationships are about, and making you happy and not putting you in situations where you are questioning your worth, that you are questioning your security with them, that you're questioning your foundation, that you just don't feel good. If you're not feeling good, that's a clear indication that there is something not right here. And you need to give some thought into if you want to keep pursuing the situation, if it's even worth it, right? Why would you want to be in a situation that the scales are not balanced and everything is tipped to one side and you're not getting your needs met and you're not being fulfilled? Someone who's not willingly letting you enter their life, it's not just a clear fresh flow with this individual. It's always vague, it's always ambiguous conversations. Those are clear indications that this person is hiding something. This person is holding something back that they don't want you to know. They might have secrets, they might have other individuals, they might not just be ready for you. It could be a bunch of different things. It doesn't necessarily mean that this person is with someone else. It just means that this person is just not for you or not ready for you. You might be too much for them at this particular point. They might not be on your level. And level meaning spiritual, mental, emotional. That this person is just not as quite developed as you are and not emotionally willing to invest in a situation like you are willing to invest. So recognize the signs early on. It will save you loads of heartache. No one wants to be in a situation that there's no equal give and take. And when you do make that decision that maybe something is off, like I said, just disengage. There's no need to create drama or havoc. Just don't give the situation any more of your attention and your energy. Trust me, the person will feel it and they will suffer more for it, because if you are a great person and they have lost you because of their games and their immature behavior or their inconsistent ways, they will regret it in the long run. So don't worry about trying to get a person back. Karma is a real thing and it will rear